Saturday was an interesting day for Greg Popavich. Prior to the game, he went off on Donald Trump in a way that certainly made headlines, to say the least. Then his Spurs go out and beat the Cavs in overtime in Cleveland. Just tell me something about Popavich that some folks may not know, how comfortable he is in his role, and I guess where he must be in his mind to be able to talk about so many issues that have nothing to do with basketball that may rub some of the Spurs fan base the wrong way. Adrian.
Yeah, he's in a unique position job-wise. And I talked about this with other coaches in the league, and David Fizdale in Memphis, who's, we talked about Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich, Stan Van Gundy, and just other coaches in the NBA who have spoken up on political issues, on social issues, more so than any other sport. I think it has to do with, number one, coaches generally in a pretty comfortable place. It's harder for David Fizdale to do it as a first-year head coach than it is for Stan Van Gundy, who has complete control in Detroit, or obviously Popovich, who's won 5 titles, who's untouchable. And also remember this about Greg Popovich. He is a military academy graduate. He went to the Air Force Academy, majored in Russian studies, ironically enough, and spent time undercover at different times in Russia, which he will never talk about. He's never spoken publicly about it anyway. He comes in, and now he's the national team coach. He comes with a lot of credibility, and he's not afraid of whatever criticism comes on it. There's no question. And I do think the NBA has been different. I don't think you're going to see this in football. I don't think you're going to see it in baseball. I think the NBA is unique in that way. Some people don't like it, but there's certainly voices in the NBA. I think Adam Silver is, whether owners like it or not, there are probably more owners who voted for Donald Trump than there aren't, than didn't. But I think certainly coaches have the support of Silver on it. And again, this is like, you're allowed to say what you want. Commissioner can't come down on you. An owner may have an issue with it, but at the same time, most of the coaches who've spoken up are in the kinds of position where there probably isn't going to be brushback, and if there is, I think those guys can live with it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.